Okay, let's be real. We've all had a first day that just went completely off the rails, right? But have you ever had one so disastrous it actually changed everything for the better? Today, we're going to break down the anatomy of a truly nightmare first day. It's a story all about how a perfect plan colliding with total utter chaos can sometimes lead you to a much, much better place. So let's meet our hero, Audrey. This isn't just a thought she's having. This is her entire mission statement. The stakes for her, they're sky high. This isn't just any school, you know. It's the end result of years of hard work and sacrifice. For Audrey, perfection isn't just the goal, it's the only option. And this slide, this is basically the whole story in a nutshell. On the left, you've got Audrey's plan. Flawless execution, secure first place, prove she belongs. But on the right, well, that's reality. And reality was absolute chaos. A day that nearly cost her everything, but ultimately showed her where she truly belongs. This is the collision we're about to watch unfold. So to really get why this day was such a big deal, we need to understand Audrey's world before it all got flipped upside down. It's all about the immense pressure she was putting on herself. See this quote? It tells you everything you need to know about her. Audrey is what you'd call an entrance exam kid. She didn't have the money or the connections. The only way she got into this dream world was through pure, relentless grind. And in her mind, that grind doesn't stop just because she's in. It's the only thing that proves she deserves to stay. And here's the prize. My Story University, or MSU. It's painted as this dreamlike paradise, a completely different world from the one she came from. But for Audrey, this paradise doesn't feel like a home. It feels more like the final boss level of a video game. It's the finish line, and she is terrified of tripping right at the end. And just as her perfectly planned day is set to begin, the universe decides to throw her a major curveball. She's not doing this alone. It's time to meet the two people who are about to become the agents of chaos in her story. First up, we've got Tyler. Audrey immediately sizes him up as Mr. Sponsored Athlete. You know the type, smug, charming, with that annoyingly perfect messy hair. And then there's Jaden, the self-described shutter weirdo, who treats literally every second like it's a high-fashion photo shoot. They are the polar opposites of her focused, serious vibe. And this thought right here just perfectly sums up her sheer horror. All that work, all those sleepless nights, only to get stuck with the two people least likely to stick to her script. You can just feel her blood pressure rising, can't you? All right, so the university kicks things off with this big freshman quest. For Audrey, this is it. This is her chance to take charge and show everyone what she's made of. But for this eclectic team, it's about to be the first major test of their clashing personalities. Their first challenge? A riddle. In the library. Now this is Audrey's turf. A logic puzzle, a mental challenge. This is what she was built for. She's in her element, and she is ready to absolutely crush it. And boom, she instantly shifts into what she calls her boss mode. Just look at this breakdown. She dissects the problem, assigns roles. Tyler's the muscle, Jaden's the guy who grabs a book, and she takes the brainy part. It's efficient, it's logical, and it's all her. But her perfect plan had one tiny flaw. It didn't account for, well, chaos. In a moment of pure clumsiness, Tyler and Jaden literally crash into each other. Books go flying, and they cause a huge mess. By the time they get it together, another team has already won. And for Audrey, second place might as well be last place. And this line, wow. Tyler's just trying to lighten the mood, joke about character development, and Audrey just shuts it down cold. Her mindset is crystal clear. This isn't about the journey or learning something new, it's about winning. Full stop. The next challenge, an art project, just makes everything so much worse. As you can see, Audrey planned on something smart and symbolic. What she got, thanks to her teammates, was this creature covered in glitter, wearing giant sunglasses, and what looks like a Gucci belt. The gap between her vision and their creation is honestly kind of hilarious, but for her, it's just infuriating. And this is it. After the library disaster and the art catastrophe, the tension finally snaps. This next moment is the breaking point. This is where it all boils over. And there it is. She finally says the quiet part out loud. All that frustration, that deep-seated fear of failure, her unwavering belief that her way is the only right way, it all just explodes out of her. She doesn't see them as teammates, she sees them as obstacles.
But Tyler comes right back at her with a truth bomb she just can't ignore. He basically holds up a mirror and forces her to see that her obsession with being perfect is the very thing tearing them apart. And those words, they hit home. Because deep down, she's afraid he might be right.
So that's the question just hanging in the air, isn't it? This is the moment Audrey has to really look at herself. Was her relentless, single-minded pursuit of perfection actually the thing that was holding her back this whole time? After that huge fight, something just shifts. Audrey has this big realization that Tyler was right, and it changes everything. They start to pick up the pieces, and for the very first time, they actually start working with each other, not against each other. And you can see this new dynamic play out perfectly in the final challenge. It's a 3-part race. And check this out. Jaden, the shutter weirdo, uses his unique artist's eye to nail the visual puzzle. Audrey, of course, crushes the logic round with her strategist's brain, and Tyler, Mr. Athlete, brings it home with his speed. They didn't win in spite of their differences. They won because of them. Right before that final race, Audrey finally gives a real heartfelt apology. And this is more than just saying sorry. It's a complete 180 in her whole perspective. She goes from, I need to be perfect, to, we should enjoy this together. And honestly, that's the real win for her. So yeah, they've won the final challenge. But as the sun sets on this absolutely chaotic day, Audrey realizes something important. The freshman quest was never really about coming in first place. The real prize was something else entirely. And this, right here, is the emotional payoff. Standing there with Tyler and Jaden, laughing in this messy group hug, it all clicks for her. The very chaos she'd been fighting against all day, the spontaneity, the imperfection, the friendship, that was the thing that finally made her feel like she belonged. It was never about proving she was good enough. It was about finding her people. Which really just leaves us with this one last question to think about. Audrey's perfect plan completely fell apart, but she found something so much better in the wreckage. So what really makes a perfect start? Is it following the plan to the letter, or is it about learning to embrace the beautiful, unpredictable, and sometimes messy chaos of the journey? It's definitely something to chew on. Thanks for joining me for this one.